All about the healing. Looky here. What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? With my peeps. And I'm going to leave it at that. Mwah! I love you all. And thank you for clicking on this video. We're going to have to get into it. All right, so the words I have today is frenemy. I sent negative energy to your finances. All right, so the surrounding energy about this is that this was a person that was narcissistic. This was a friend posing. This was an enemy posing as a friend. We getting a lot of this type of energy because as things are winding down, a lot of people are being exposed. A lot of people that have I'm getting that a lot of our tribe are running to find answers, clarity. They are really trying to figure out what to do with their lives, what to do with all these feelings and emotions that they may have, and they are really seeking out spiritualists, seeking out the divination, just really seeking out another alternatives to figure out what is really going on with them and what is really happening to them. And this is why the energy and the shifts, energy is, we got the planets shifting, we have people reacting, we have people that don't really know what's going on, what's happening to them, and trying to find answers and seeking answers. So the energy in itself is all over the place. Then the collective that knows what's going on, we're going through deja vu energy. We're going through deja vu energy where we are reflecting back and feeling like we're back in time, like things have shifted, that things are off, that we're trying to figure out what's going on that way, because we're feeling like we already been here, we already done this, we already conquered this, we already seen this, we already know this. Why it's deja vu. It's as if I'm going through the same thing. Deja vu and groundhog. We having the same experiences, the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again. Wake up, go to work. Wake up, get up, do this, the same cycle. And even if you try to change or deviate, you go right back to the same energy. So we're trying to figure out what's going on that way. So everybody's trying to figure out something about their energy, something about their environment, something about something. Something is off. But it's not just you, it's all of us. That's what we gotta get in our, it's all of us in the same boat. But anyway, I gotta go because we can't be on here long. All right. So, like I said, right off the bat, frenemy. A person that was your friend that really turned out to be your enemy. You let this person go. You moved on. The background is this person refused to ascend, refuse to ascend, will not ascend, and will not acknowledge that they need to ascend. They are comfortable in their low space, low valleys. They're comfortable being where they are. However, it's getting to be unbearable where they are. Things is getting a little tight, a little rough where they are. So your ancestors are actually watching these people. See, because everything that they sent, everything that they done has been blocked and has been returned back to sender. You know, everything's been returned back to them. That's why it's getting rough and it's getting tight where they are. Because they're feeling the void, they feeling the force, they feeling the fire based off of the things that they've sent to you, and your ancestors made sure that karma, that balancing act, the scales are balanced, because what you reap and what you give and what you do is being brought on back to you, balancing those scales to make it even, to make it grounded, to make it fair. So your ancestors is right there, and they want you to understand, and they want you to understand that this is where it's gonna be. They got your back. So they see your tears. They see your tears. They see the predicaments that you think that you're in. You're really not in those predicaments. It's an illusion. It's our environment. It's the negativity that's being projected over United States, over the planet. It's the energy in our environment, in the air. It's not something that's real that you can take personally unto yourself and be in a low value. You have to let that stuff ride and let it go and let it hit where it may. It don't belong to you. Your ancestors says they got you. Because as it stands today, this person needs your help. They need $5 on it. They need you to come along and just put a little change up in their cup. They need you to be a help and a blessing after everything they did to you. They in need, because as it stands, your ancestors made sure that all of that was coming against your finances returned back to them and their finances. And so where you are now, you should be sitting pretty. It don't matter what's going on around you, because you should understand and overstand that whatever it is that's happening to you now, you've really been through this before. It is nothing that you can't. It's not comfortable. It's not comfortable and happy to be going through it. But each time you've had to learn a lesson, each time you had to go through something, each time you've always came out mature. Learned the lesson. Better off for it. So yeah, that's the surrounding energy. And to wrap all of this up, this frenemy, this person thought they had you. This person thought that they had you in a position that they dictate. They controlled your money and what you can have and what you can't have. Never understanding that you had backup. You had backup. And it really didn't matter what they wanted, what they wished for, what they projected onto you. You had backup to block it. You had backup to stand in the gap for you. You had backup to make sure that everything that was happening, everything that was thrown, everything that was done to you, the outcome would be a fair outcome. The outcome will be corrected. The outcome will stand correct against whatever unjust, anything that was unjustified concerning you. They had no right. They had no standing. It didn't make any sense. You hadn't done anything to them. They was doing these things based off of their feelings and emotions, off off of something that really didn't have nothing to do with you. You are who you are. Point blank and period. No one has the right to try to construe and make you be something that they want you to be, or make you pay because you have this and because you have that. Who are they? God made you in his image. Each and every one of us got a part of God. Each one of us is made in God's image. We dictate and makes the choices if we gonna stand with that or not. Either you're going to stand with how God made you, because God don't make no mistakes. He made you perfect in his image. But if you can't see God, and if God is not real to you, then you don't have anything to compare that to. So you think that what you made of, how God made you, it wasn't good enough. How God made you, he made a mistake. He didn't make you the best. He did. He made you the best. It's up to you to see and to understand and understand what the best looks like concerning you. Not what society said is best. Not what nobody else said is best. What God says is the best concerning you. That's what the issue is concerning this particular person. But this person made up their mind not to believe what God said about them. They made up their mind to go against that and try to form and make themselves be something that they could never be. Because you could never be what God, outside of what God has ordained you to be. You could pretend, you could project, you could force your way through, but it never would be you. It would be something that's not real. It's not something of substance and value. You'll never be valuable. You'll never be what you all in your heart and what you inspired to be. You would never be that, because that's not what God called you to be. He called you to be you, not somebody else and what society said for you to be. But these are lessons, and this person they refused to learn the lesson and kept targeting you, kept looking at you, trying to charge and force their way into your finances and your resources, because they believed your finances and resources, without it would destroy you. Not knowing that what you had inside of you was better than what money could buy. You had something inside of you that was worth more than whatever they was targeting. And you utilized that. And you stood on that, and you learned, and you nurtured it. And you grew. So they was targeting one thing, but you was working and nourishing what was important. And so they could not and did not even realize what was happening until it was too late. When they try to finally come after you, to try to come and try to destroy you and try to destroy what you had built inside, your spiritual foundation, it was too late. You had already evolved. So, what the... I'm hearing it, but I don't know if... Is it... I'm not even... I hear it, but I can't... I don't... yeah. Anyway. So with that is the message. Collective. The message here is... Your ancestors want you to, whatever you going through, whatever you feeling, whatever you seeing, whatever you're holding on to, your ancestors want to say they've already paved the way for you to stand in excellence. They've already paved the way for you to be excellent. There is no weapon that is getting ready to form, that wants to form. Any weapon that can form is going to prosper. Because what's in you is excellent. You're excellent. You've learned the lesson in an excellent way. You just have inherited the spirit of excellence. So, your ancestors want you to stand on that, to know that, to think it, to be it. Because anything other than that is an illusion. Any negativities coming is an illusion. Anything somebody say outside of that is an illusion. And you need to treat it as such. Because if it's not screaming out excellency, if it's not screaming out that you're excellent, if it's not screaming out that you've learned an excellent lesson, you don't want to hear it. You don't want to be bothered with it, and you want to be unbothered. You want to keep going, keep growing, because we got bigger fish to fry. We have bigger fish, bigger obstacles than these people, places, and things. It's played out, it's done with, and we see it, and we wouldn't want to be it. And I'm going to leave it right there. Hit the like, share, subscribe. In the comment section, I want you to put up in there, I am excellent. I am excellent. And put a star next to it. I am excellent, and put a star next to it in the comments. Other than that, I'ma send you my love and my healing your way. My prayers upon you and your life. And Trinity is,